of chess is played in turns. White starts first, and then black plays, and then white plays, and you always alternate between white and black, with white always playing the first move. One thing that you have to keep in mind is not to stalemate your opponent. And what is a stalemate, Yesul?
A stalemate is when like a piece doesn't check a king, but it just traps the king so it has nowhere to go. But if you have like remaining pieces near you or like close to you, you could just push that.
Now, that may sound confusing, but now we are going to give you a number of examples so that you know exactly what a stalemate is. If the queen moves here, would this be a stalemate?
No, because the king has squares to move.
Right. What if the queen moves over here? Would that be a stalemate?
Yeah, because the queen is cutting off this square, this square, this square, this square, this square, and mostly all the squares.
Yes.
That's not checking the king.
It's not checking the king. Very important thing very important thing. It's not checking the king. So if the queen goes to f2, this king really has no squares. Can't go to h2 or g2 or g1. Can't stay where it is because it is white's turn to make a move. It is not possible to pass your turn on to the opponent, which means that in this particular position, there are no legal moves, and it's a stalemate. Who wins if it's a stalemate?
No one, it's a draw.
It's a draw, which means that white would get half a point and black would get half a point for making a stalemate, even though in this position black is so much better and should be able to checkmate white. Now what happens if white has a pawn? Let's say that the pawn is here. Black plays this move and it is not possible for this king to move anywhere. Is this a stalemate?
No, because white has a remaining piece, which is a pawn, and the pawn can promote to the end.
So with white to move, white could still play one move, and that would be to push the pawn forward, which means that white is not in the stalemate. Now, what happens if we have a situation like this? Or rather like this. We'll put the king here, we'll put black king over there, and the black queen over there. So white just played this move, and now it is black to play. And black is saying, okay, well with my queen I can simply take the pawn, and then I'm going to checkmate this white king. Queen e3, this would be a great move to play, wouldn't it, Yesul?
No.
No, why not?
Because it's in stalemate. The king can't move anywhere. It can't move here, there, anywhere.
Well, as you can see, taking on e3 would be a big mistake because it would stalemate the king and it would be a draw. Instead, it would be much better to play pretty much any other move except take the pawn immediately. For example, black can play the king move and then simply capture this onto the next move. Remember, if you give a check, it is never a stalemate. If the king is in check and the king can't move, it's checkmate. If the king can move, then the king has to move, and then you're going to checkmate it on the next move here by playing queen to d2 or queen to g1. So just to recap, always be careful not to stalemate your opponent's king, and in this particular position the only move to stalemate the king would be to take on e3.